Great. One more round to get to round 3.
As far as I know, I'm going off you. Let's check that out. Yeah, round 3. Is that me?
And we got some. Yes. So
Swiss.
round 3.
No, it's not Swiss.
Okay, so it's Swiss groups.
It's Swiss groups. Yeah.
So
That's a little confusing. Best of both worlds, I guess.
And it's only like that because there's some groups that have 5 teams.
Right.
So like if you got a 14 group, it's not. You're gonna play everybody at the same time, anyways. It doesn't matter. And it's just so the 5-team groups don't have to play whatever, like extra rounds.
And as always, Swiss is just kind of a safe bet, especially in an environment like this where we're playing a brand new game. You can't seed for that. You can't have groups, especially with the uneven team count. It's just kind of how it's got to be.
You can seed for it. You just got to seed off of knowledge of the game that they're not playing.
They haven't played it. You can't do that. You realistically should.
Which is what made the PAX event so weird, because the players that qualified for that event qualified using a game they're not playing at the actual event.
But you can think of that more as a for fun thing, maybe.
Those players didn't.
The players didn't.
No.
I don't think anyone's raising their eyebrow, being like, "This is unfair." No, people are like, "Yes, Splatoon 3 gameplay, wow."
But I mean, it's just early stage Splatoon 3. There's going to be a lot of tournaments online and offline. Online. Offline, obviously, we have our issues, but online, there's going to be some things to figure out. We talked about the map pool needs to get figured out, seeding. And again, some teams are going to look a lot stronger than what they were in Splatoon 2. Some teams are probably going to take a step back just because they're going to need to wait for the right weapon with the right kind of combination of whatever. Like, I'm lucky that Hydra has Booyah Bomb. Like, if it had something dumb to go along with that auto bomb, like, I can't justify playing Hydra, you know? Like, Nautilus players, we saw Nautilus being used right there, but most of them are used to popping an inkjet, not throwing rain from across the map, you know? Some players are going to have to wait for the right kit to come out, and in the meantime, here's Gal and here's NZAP. Have fun with that. Contribute in those ways. Which is, I can't believe we haven't seen Gal being used at all. Maybe it's just because people don't want to touch it.
Right. Again, you can only choose up to 3 weapons once you reach level 2. So a lot of people are just kind of picking the safe picks. Personally, I picked Heavy in 96. I haven't picked my 3rd weapon yet, but I want to try.
Heavy's really good.
Heavy with the Weight Breaker seems to be pretty strong so far, and now I'm so happy because I was stuck with Heavy all of Splatoon 2. And Gal, I want to try something a little more offensive with the ink back. It could be a lot. It could be a lot of fun. I always liked the 96 in Splatoon 2, but it always felt a little underwhelming.
That's right. The 96 Gal.
That's what I mean. The 96 Gal with the ink back.
Right. Still no Stringer. Nobody. Again, I just don't think people are ready to touch it.
Right.
I don't think it's bad. I just think people are like, this isn't the environment to lab it out. Is the thing.
Yeah.
But we're still seeing the Splatana.
The thing about the Stringer is it has such a high skill ceiling that, when you try it in the test fire, and you instantly think it's bad because you're not good at it. But I saw some people really going crazy with it.
Well, I mean, in the right hands,
they're not here.
Weapon can be good. But yeah, it's just it's going to be a weapon that needs to be labbed out. And so far, we haven't seen anybody step up to the plate to try to do it like we have with the Splatana and was it Stamper, not the chainsaw?
The Stamper. It's not a chainsaw. It looks like one, but
I know what a chainsaw looks like.
It's like a little roller Stamper.
I know what a Stamper
looks like. It's a real thing. I didn't know what that thing was.
I mean, yeah, okay, so all the weapons are based off of
No, I knew
things.
that. I just didn't know that was a thing.
Like all the dualies are based off of power tools. YouTuber, obviously, is one. Hydra's a fire hydrant. All the chargers are based off of like mops and stuff.
The Heavy is literally a minigun.
And then you got the Hero Splatter Shot, which is literally just a gun.
It is a P90. That's what it is. That's so funny, though. I love showing non-Splatoon fans that weapon. They're like, oh my gosh, that's just a P90 from Counter-Strike.
Speaking of which, I'm sure there's a lot of people playing Hero mode.
Yeah.
And don't have to be spoiled anymore.
Yeah, I've just accepted someone's going to show me something because I can't play all weekend. I hope not. We'll see.
Yeah. Do you feel bad that you can't play all weekend, or is it just like? I mean, that's the thing. I get the sense of wanting to play at like midnight. Like I totally get that, but like I have the rest of my life to play this.
I'm gonna play this game so much, and I'm happy to be at the first grassroots Splatoon 3 LAN.
Yes.
Even if I can't play.
Oh. So here we are. We're just going to be waiting for the next set to get going. In the meantime, we can talk about Low Ink again.
We could talk about Low Ink if they're ready to
because I mean, that's
throw that slide on. Looks like they're debating something up there.
That's always
which.
Hi,
Devin, could you throw Low Ink up there for me? Just for me. For me.
If you're not aware, if you're joining this scene, if this is the first time you've seen anything competitive Splatoon because you're just looking on Twitch and looking in the Splatoon 3 category, we're sweaties. We're like that. We literally were at Best Buy waiting for it to open to get copies of Splatoon 3 if we didn't have it digitally so that we could play this tournament today. We're like that. That's welcome to the Splatoon scene. But if you're looking to get into competitive, we got just the thing for you. Next weekend is the first Low Ink for Splatoon 3. I almost said Splatoon 2.
That'd be very sad.
Splatoon 3, the first tournament. And this is a tournament for new/lower level players to play in an actual competitive event. It is the most popular tournament in the scene, and I'm not just beating my chest because you and me are up here. That is a fact. It's the most viewed tournament. It's the best commentated tournament in the scene as well. The best TO'd.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And the most memed about tournaments in the scene as well. Now, what is low-level competitive?
No, that's not hype. That's just a TO yelling.
What is low-level competitive? Is that because I've had a lot of people say like, oh, well, I'm all X rank, so I think I might be too good for Low Ink. That is not true.
It's not true. You are not bad.
Yes.
You are not experienced competitively.
That's the thing. It's like X rank is not the equivalent, or like solo queue is not the equivalent of actual competitive Splatoon. It's not the same at all. It's two completely different things. So, like we've had a 2700 X-rank player in Low Ink.
Yes.
They didn't win it. They were still a strong player.
Yep.
We've had players with that were S+ that have won Low Ink. It's comparing apples to oranges. Ranked mode and actual competitive Splatoon are not the same thing at all. So if you are, it's what we use to verify if you're low level or not, or I should say eligible for Low Ink or not, are tournament results. So if you don't have any tournament results, this would probably be a good one for you to start off with. If you do have tournament results and you're not doing too good and you're like, man, this isn't fun, I'm getting bodied all the time, Low Ink might just be the tournament for you. So go ahead and check that out. The link to that is we got an actual website that you made.
Do you have a website? I made it. lowink.iplabs.inc. If you have any questions, it is likely answered on there. If not, you can find our Discord on there. Ask in the help desk, which hopefully someone can help you because Popgun and I are sitting right here. It's typically one of us, but we're not available this weekend. Our
lovely and talented staff is standing by to answer your stupid questions. So make sure you do that.
Alrighty.
I'm excited. I'm excited about Low Ink, and I'm excited because people are on stage.
Let's go.
Round 3.
Round 3 is getting going, and I don't know who's up, but they're up there.
They're there. I mean, that first step of getting a set in is to have people on stage.
You do need the players.
Step 2 through 28 is getting them into the lobby, and then step 29 through 50 is hoping they stay in there. And then step 51 is actually playing the thing.
Right,
so
And step 52 is repeat.
We can start talking about the maps because the maps. Normally, I hate it when commentators go on and talk about the maps. You know, whenever I'm in VC with you, I'm constantly showing my pet peeves for when I listen to what other commentators are saying.
Oh.
But it's interesting now because we don't know what they are.
We don't know what's up.
I'm excited to talk about Rainmaker at Sturgeon Shipyard, even though I don't like that in Splatoon 2. Maybe it's different. And it's not a tricolor map now.
It's not. Luckily, that's not here. I was on Team Scissors, if you couldn't tell. Not a fan. Not a fan personally.
Team Scissors were not. Yeah, that was the thing. When I got on Twitter, Okay, so I searched for 3 hours as Team Rock, and I only gotten 4 lobbies of that. Every other time I was put in a 4v4.
I got a lot more than 4.
And I saw people complaining on Twitter, and I thought that they hated the tricolor. I was like, how are you even in? Like, I can't even play it. How are you guys even play it? And apparently, Scissors was forced to play it.
Forced to queue into it.
So 6 hours of nothing but Sturgeon Shipyard. Yeah, that's probably not fun.
Imagine playing Sturgeon Shipyard for 6 hours, and you spawn in mid.
And you spawn in mid. And
oh boy.
Yeah. So understandably so, but we're going with Rainmaker with this. Pushes in Splatoon 2 usually dictated based off what time is on the clock, whether the bridge is up or not. And I haven't seen this map in Rainmaker personally, so, but I'm imagining that's not going to change. Why are people playing Turf War on stage? What is that?
Okay, sure. Well, I had some intel. I think this is a 2 checkpoint map.
Yeah, well,
which
I mean,
we haven't seen yet. No, we've only seen 1 checkpoint. So now in Rainmaker, you can have, some maps have 2 checkpoints. You don't have to go to both. You can just choose one of them. And once you reach one of the 2, they both deactivate, and you take it to the goal.
That's weird. Like 2 different checkpoints. It's like checkpoint 1A and 1B.
You choose.
It's not 1, 2,
and it's
3.
typically on left or right side of the map if a map has 2 sides to go.
It's just weird though. I mean, I like the idea
it's
because
just a little
it forces you to on the defensive side, you can't just sit on one pedestal and defend that. You got to like split your attention.
You can rotate. You could like totally fake them out and then just go to the other side.
But yeah, so this will be our first time. We saw it at PAX, and I was confused watching it at PAX. But yeah, whatever Rainmaker map they did there had the double pedestal thing here. So we'll have that here. And that's another thing that makes, like people talk about, well, it's just the same Wahoo world. No, it's not. The mode is literally different.
The game's different.
The game is, well, yeah, the game, but
the whole meta around the game.
Art Academy Rainmaker as well. We avoided that as a competitive scene for a long time, mainly because the little jumpy thing was broken, but because there's 2 different pedestals now, or a first checkpoint you got to go to, it completely changes the atmosphere of that map in general. So there's still some things to look at. So that's why I'm excited to see Rainmaker Shipyard, even though I've never been excited to see it before.
Right.
And I don't know what teams we have on stage just yet.
We don't seem to have that.
It's not Powerpuff Squids and Rolling Squids.
It is not either of them. It is not these teams.
It is round 3.
I would like to clarify. They'll probably fix that. I'm sure they're scrambling.
Game 2 is going to be Scorched Gorge.
Scorched Gorge. Which mode, Popgun?
Clam Blitz.
Ooh.
Is
I haven't seen that one.
That's the one with the tower in middle.
Yes, that's the Mad Max looking.
Yeah. That's the actual Anarchy looking one. So like the Splatoon 3 core maps seem to be very anchored favored. Well, I've looked at
there's definitely good spots for anchor players. They're a lot more flexible for them. Although the tower in the middle of Scorched Gorge seems to be missing from a lot of the ranked mode. Seems to be a turf only thing. I could be wrong about that. I haven't seen everything yet.
The maps are like, the map is like adjusted a lot more than what we've seen Splatoon 2 maps adjusted for based on their modes.
Right.
Obviously Piranha Pit's kind of an outlier of how much it changed from Rainmaker to whatever. But yeah, each map feels truly different other than just, oh, well, let's just switch out the Rainmaker pedestal for the Clam Blitz goal and go at it. No, there seems to be some more significant adjustments that make the map a little bit more
there's a lot more thought
friendly
about
for the mode.
How the mode plays in the map instead of just throwing it on there. Right.
Well, and that's another thing with like Splatoon 2, you make a map that fits all 4 modes, it just doesn't work.
It doesn't, no. Yeah.
But when you build it, and they probably knew Clam Blitz was coming out, but Clam Blitz wasn't out at launch of Splatoon 2. So like but now that you have more time, maybe all of the new Splatoon 3 maps and the redesigned Splatoon 1 ones are more favorable for all 4 modes as opposed to just, well, we're going to do Clam Blitz at Canal, but we're not going to do Tower Control at Canal because it's clearly just not as good as the other one. So So Scorched Gorge, we'll see that. And if it goes to a Game 3, Museum.
Oh, we got our teams.
We do?
Yes.
NoName Brand back in Marine Melody. Showing back up here. So we saw NoName Brand a couple hours ago. And Marine Melody making their appearance. We talked about them because you had a croissant with
A
them
little
earlier.
breakfast with them. And said hi. Very nice people. It's always good to see a lowing player. It's always surreal. You know, you make this tournament, people play in it, and then you actually like meet them. That's crazy, dude. That's just insane.
Just meeting everybody is kind of surreal.
Right.
Especially when people, you don't know what they look like. They might just be a voice
and
or
then
a
they
name.
know what you look like, and you're like, who are you? Like, hi, who are you?
JPEG? Yeah.
People go,
that's me.
Go,
who are you?
Popgun.
I get that. I get that a lot, especially when I'm not wearing my hat. It's like
no,
yeah,
you wearing your hat's an instant disguise. You came in last night to help set up. There were only 6 people total, and I still didn't recognize you.
That's
it's the Marvel
there.
character disguise. Put on the ball cap. Ball cap, sunglasses, mask.
Speaking of sunglasses, while we're taking some time to wait here, when I got my game, it came with this. It came with these sunglasses, like these Splatoon 3 official sunglasses. That was kind of wasn't expecting that. Did you get that with your game?
I bought it digitally.
That's what you're missing out. You
My
don't
bad.
get sunglasses.
I didn't
even pre-order this.
I did get a midnight launch, which
So-
I didn't get to experience.
There you go.
I
got exclusive. This is gonna be
Speaking of disguises, I have had multiple people tell me they didn't recognize me because I'm not wearing.
You're not wearing your head beanie.
Not wearing a beanie.
Literally back to back, two
Maybe.
people were just came up to us and was like, and we didn't know what that.
Oh, we're doing a funny. All right,
Our
Popgun, throw them
name
back on.
signature there. Hey kids,
That's an emote.
play lowing. This could be you. I'm a lowing champion. Now I got these sunglasses from Target, even though I wasn't expecting it. You could be this, unless you're not. Yeah, I do ad reads, and I just make up stuff on the top
How
of my
much?
head as well. Huh?
How much?
If I was getting paid to do this, man, who
You're not.
knows?
That's fun.
Someday. One day.
All right.
Anyways, NoName Brand.
I don't know.
So I'm assuming there's just more figuring some stuff out, because I see somebody playing Turf. I see half people playing Turf War.
Turf War Wahoo. Wahoo is in the rotation of Turf War right now, so if you don't like that, I'm glad you're watching here.
Oh, they're playing solo queue? Is that what they're doing?
Oh, that's solo? We're commentating a match you can't see. They're super jumping in and doing some dually rolls. Are they playing dually? Nah, you gotta go to the other.
Yeah, somebody's definitely playing Turf. It's the
in the pink.
definitely playing Turf
Winning.
on the stage. And I think we're waiting on that player. Are we waiting on that? This is the equivalent of my teammates in solo queue before
way.
we can join. It happened on stage.
As far as I know,
You gotta be kidding me.
LTC didn't have internet access to the setups. Maybe we gotta pull the plug on them. You don't need internet for LAN mode. It's LAN.
Oh,
Unless you do.
no. Again.
Good win, good win. No,
They
wait,
won.
they didn't win. Oops.
There we go.
That's
No,
all.
yeah, they did. They
No,
did.
they were
I
in
saw.
pink.
No, they were They always shows the victor, but I saw the little Judd on their side gave him the fair turf there.
All right, I'm sorry.
we saw
I'm
them
sorry. I'm
leveling up.
misrepresenting. I'm glad you panned over, Devin. You are truly the
Oh
greatest.
no. We got to start taking games off, right? Like you got to get into the lobby in a set amount of time.
That's not my job.
That's that's a T.
That's not my job. I'm just sitting here.
Oh no.
Sitting here. Honestly, this is pretty similar to a TO voice call from us. Just a little less vulgar.
Just
a little less honest.
Just a little more slightly
A little
professional.
more professional.
So here we go. I think they're trying. Maybe they were just trying to level up or something. They're still.
Oh, you gotta get level 2. That's it.
Oh,
They're
no!
in the weapons.
Oh, no!
They're buying weapons.
They needed to get to level 2. That explains so much. So they had to get the reason.
Shouts to level 1.
The reason why they were playing that Turf War game, you have to be at least level 2 to get into the private battle. So I'm assuming that person just got here and just got the game. and played a game on stream just so they could even get into the lobby. That makes a lot more sense now.
Toasty.
This is so
Toasty before this, right before we started Splat 3 brackets, was up to me in a panic. Can I borrow your Switch? I'm still downloading the game. I'm like, dude, you are not playing. Sorry. Well, he was up there earlier in the stage. I don't know what happened. Maybe you borrowed someone else's
This is
Switch.
hilarious.
I was like, if you want to play heavy or 96, which is about 0.5% of the community, sure, you can borrow my Switch.
We are lucky that player won that game, because if they lost, they would have to play another one to level up.
Right. Right.
So like, there's seven other people in that Turf War lobby that had no idea the implications that were on the line for them winning that Turf War game.
If you show up to Loink and you are in the Battlefy chat being like, sorry, I actually have to go to level 2 real quick.
We're taking games.
you.
We're taking
you are
games.
out.
Yeah.
You have 1 week.
Don't be that guy.
Here you're fine though. This is the only time it's okay. And again, 5 years in the future, you're watching this set, first ever Splatoon 3 VOD. You're looking at this like, huh? Oh, I forgot this was a thing we had to do.
This was the thing.
Yes.
History's being made here in all the wrong ways.
Thank you for being a Splatoon 3 historian.
Oh, and it looks like they are now in the lobby, and we are going to. That player is going to play their second game of Splatoon 3 ever live on stream for everybody to see.
Whole world broadcasting.
Oh boy.
Unless it isn't.
Unless it's not. People could always be checking the VOD later on YouTube. These sets always get up on YouTube. That's always you, the one who edits those, right?
It was me last LAN.
You did Super Jump, too.
I did Super Jump as well. That was special. That was a lot of work. What is this dance going on stage? I like it. We need more teams such as Cherry Limeade that do like the wave on stage. That's toxic. It's not toxic, but you know what I mean. It's taunting. The taunts. We need taunts.
Well, okay, so there are like things you can do in a LAN to not so much taunt your opponent, but to get into their head. Some players do say their call out. Some teams will start cheering whenever they get one splat, just get in your head.
That's what I do. No, it's hype.
Yeah,
it's fun. I have fun doing that.
And here we are.
Round 3, finally.
Round 3. An arrow spray. I can't believe how often we've seen arrow spray. And there's the, that is the 96 deco. Or not the 96 deco, but just the 96.
Just the 96. There's no weapon variants.
Coming out from Org.
Right.
Inkbrush as well with the Spider Squid special.
Yeah, and heavy on both sides. Seeing a lot of heavy. This is a Rainmaker mode, so I don't know how. Okay. I don't know how effective Wavebreaker is on Rain.
What is going on here? That seemed like some sort of technical issue. That was so unnatural, but still, Marine Melody picking up the Rainmaker, dunking it at the first checkpoint.
Right checkpoint. Keep in mind, there is a left checkpoint. As far as I know, I actually didn't look. I think there is. But yeah, all they have to do is take it all the way up there. Wow, this map really raises up the elevation. What is up with that?
You can see the adjustments that are being made onto this map. But yeah, normally we see players try to force it to the left, even when going down right seems like the better time at some points. But that pedestal right there in the mid will at least change the path that most players take.
Wow.
Look, that ramp's a little bit wider as well. This is
96 showing up right now, and the vacuum not quite going to save him, but getting a triple there, nothing to stop that, especially with the weapon RNG. I wonder if they're running Intensify Action. I haven't checked that.
Marine Melody off to a great start. First checkpoint already down and getting all the way down to 18 remaining as we got still a lot of time to go in here, and still the bridge is rotating on a timer. And I think you might be right. We'll get a good view of it up ahead as NoName brand starts to push the Rainmaker up to mid. And 2 players going down for Marine Melody, so a great opportunity. And the Spider Squid gets taken down as well. So NoName brand starting to push up the Rainmaker to mid. And yes, there's the pedestal right there on the left.
Yes, okay. So you can go left. You can choose. And again, if you weren't around when we explained it, you can choose either the left or right. Both work. Once you lock one down, you don't have to go to the other. You just go straight to the end.
And it looks like NoName was trying to stick to that usual strat that we're seeing from Splatoon 2 as the Octobrush coming down there. And there's Pace Cat. I didn't see Pace Cat earlier. Pace Cat might have been the one playing Turf War. Actually, no, that's the InZap. I just looked over at their screen. But still, NoName brand here trying to take it a little bit more of the traditional route to the left. But yeah, Marine Melody opted to go mid at the start, and that allowed them to clear that Rainmaker a little bit quicker.
Getting that Rainmaker pop, and NoName Brand has some pretty good opportunity to reclaim the points they so desperately need. But again, they got to get past that checkpoint. That's going to slow them down a ton.
Ooh, a little bit of a heavy fall off there on the enemy in zap as more shenanigans just kind of take place along the side of that pedestal there. But yeah, again, NoName Brand, it seems like they're really committing on going to that left pedestal. And again, it's also possible they don't even know the middle pedestal exists, you know?
We have a disconnect.
We do?
Yes. A player seems to be missing on the side.
Is it the Aerospray? It wasn't. But that's Marine Melody. So what?
I guess we just play it by ear. I don't know.
I think, well, I mean, you know, it's hard to say because this isn't, when you DC at a LAN, it's obviously not your fault. Unless they bang the table or something like that.
Hit the table.
You can DC yourself, yeah.
If you don't know Splatoon LAN lore, yes, hitting the table will disconnect you from the game.
Yes, 100%. And both teams are still playing this out. But
well, here's the thing. Normally, you know, on an online event, we have disconnect rules that tell you stop playing when this happens. But this is a LAN. You're not supposed to disconnect.
Well, I mean, no. But if this was low ink, this would 100% count because they got to 18 remaining. So in normal environment, yes, this would count. And they're playing it out like that counts. And keep in mind, it's Marine Melody that has the lead. So they're the team that has the DC has the huge lead, but the checkpoint is gone. So NoName Brand has something they can work with right here to try to get lead. If they can find a way to get some splats.
This could really snowball, but so far Marine Melody, even with one player down, seems to be doing a pretty good job, especially after a wipeout. Oh my goodness, that's just insulting, Popgun.
It is a little bit, I don't know if it's insulting. It's a great defensive play. Defense map always favors the defending team, so it's a little bit easier to get wipeouts when the other team has to focus on the objective. But right now, if you're Marine Melody, you're not trying to add to the lead. You're just trying to waste some time with that Rainmaker and let the clock bleed out and give NoName Brand only one more opportunity to get a push going.
Right, and pay attention to the Rainmaker. 30 seconds left on the Rainmaker.
Oh, they could milk it.
Yeah, 25 left on the timer. They could just stand in mid or go back and just sit around and do nothing. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they want to do. Let the enemy team come to you, especially when you're one player down.
And there's no Stingray. There's
there's missiles.
There's no killer. Well, yeah, but again,
but
that's
it's not
just
doing anything.
One missile being fired doesn't do a whole heck of a lot.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so they will get one more opportunity. If a wipeout here,
this is it.
But it doesn't mean they're going to just instantly dunk it. They got to start pushing up. There's plenty of time for Marine Melody to spawn back in, and they're opting finally to take it to that left side.
But is it a good idea? Well, look, that spinner's up.
The bridge, it's coming down, and now they're getting
to slow them down. It's going to slow them down a ton, and Marine Melody's here. No, they aren't. They are not here. How did they get those picks, especially with the elevation advantage?
It's really just down to Aloe, who gets traded, but now there's still more action. Players spawning back in or going for the Rainmaker gets taken care of as well. So it's just somehow getting the splat and keeping this push stalled out more.
Wow.
And finally, the NZAP holds on. Marine Melody tentatively wins that one. We'll wait for the official review from the TOs. We're getting thumbs up. That counts.
That's good.
That is game.
I don't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, that's a win.
Okay, so the only reason it wouldn't is if it was a scenario where, okay, the DC happened because of something else. But, again, it could have just been an issue where a player got excited, banged the table, or got upset and banged the table, and then they DC'd themselves.
For tall people like me, you hit the knee on the table.
Which, yeah, like just any kind of
Sometimes I
jiggle.
kind of twitch when I play.
So
get a little excited.
Don't know what caused the DC. Hopefully, I hope it was that. And
I hope it was that, not some
stuff.
Weird something.
But because both teams played it out, even though Marine Melody won, it should, like, if Marine Melody lost and they did the replay, well, both teams played it out. So it's not like Marine Melody gets an extra chance to win just because they didn't.
Right.
That's why certain DC rules are the way that they are. And sometimes people complain about DC rule. No, they're very strategically placed for certain reasons. But also, we're in an environment where if you DC, it's not because your little brother kicked the router. It's either because of technical issues or you kicked the router. So but Vincent being up there makes me think there was some more technical stuff.
This is the only environment where you can ask the TOs, Please fix my internet. I disconnected. Can you do something about that?
My opponent's being laggy.
My opponent's laggy. Can you fix that?
This is. I want to see somebody.
You can do it.
I want to see somebody bring a lag clip to Raise and Kraken at the actual IRL help desk.
I'll do it.
Be like, did you just say this?
I'll do
you
it.
Should
Do you
DQ
see this?
person.
Can you disqualify these people?
We can. We'll take it out. Sorry.
We will.
Our internet's not good enough for you.
You can go home.
So Marine Melody wins game 1. We are moving on to the second game, which is going to be Clamplets at Scorched Gorge. It's going to take a hot second because there is a lot of IT people on stage doing IT stuff.
Well, Vincent's IT for sure. I don't know about the other two, but they're doing their best, and I'm proud of them.
I saw Fusion a little bit earlier. Hey,
Fusion.
There's Fusion. Fusion's not helping out on stage.
Cater are standing by. You know, it's running a little longer than we anticipated.
Oh, they're the next commentators,
yes,
right?
that's why they're sitting right there.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. I also skipped lunch. That's just the land life, though. You know, sometimes you gotta skip a meal.
I think I'm supposed to be captaining a pool like an hour.
Oh, yeah, I also volunteer. I'm just going to tell Raze. I'm going to be like, dude, can I just have 15 minutes?
I think my set's starting without me.
I'm so glad I'm not playing today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to play. Like, I always thought I was, like, 2-3 coming out that I was going to. What are they looking at?
This
is that the
crazy
news?
production. No, this is excellent.
No, that person on the left side, it looked like they hit the news. I saw something else. What is that? Oh, that's the actual, like, hand camera there.
Yeah, hand cam.
Look at that. And
We're
sparing no
esports.
expense.
We are so esports.
Look at all these people. Just
so gamer. Everyone should strike an esports pose.
Are we going to go through the crowd at, like, top 12 and just see everybody just, like,
the esports
going
pose.
nuts?
See, if you can see me in the background, I
yes.
want every player to just go.
The gamer pose?
The
esports
generic, pose, you know?
The
you know what I mean?
generic gamer pose. Start talking about how much they love Crab Tank. Like, so many possibilities that we pulled up here.
You know, some people are just really like Crab Tank.
Hey,
really
understandably so.
Hey, I like Crab Tank.
Understandably so.
I liked Crab Tank before it was funny.
I
really like Crab Tank.
No expense spared. You know, just looking at the production thing, it looks like an actual battleship that we have built over there.
This could run a war.
Like,
this could win a battle.
I'm pretty sure we could run
there's
a lot
at least
of things
5
out
screens
there.
up
We
there.
got
No, there's 6 screens. 7. I see 7 screens.
There
are 7
are
displays for 2 people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there are 7 screens at our battleship there. We brought in a lot of our staff, like our actual IPL production staff. Our lovely and talented streamer, producer, Inkfair is here working behind the scenes. Obviously, Vincent as well. Jub is somewhere around here as well. Jub hasn't been
Jub's
helping
around
out yet, but Jub will be forced to help out at some point for sure.
Jub was asking me, and I said, yes, you will probably help.
Toasty did a lot of production stuff last night. Obviously, Vapor helping out as well.
Toasty and Vapor, very good from Swim or Sink, our weekly series. Good to see him in person, helping out with production.
Duel Link as well.
Duel Link, yes. Shout out to Duel Link.
Duel Link making a Duel Link.
While
There's
we're waiting,
a Duel Link team.
Could we throw the slide on while we're waiting? Get that Duel Link on here. Actually, I don't have a read on. I'm just looking at a picture of it. But yeah, Duel Link back Sunday, September 18th. Hashtag play Duel Link. Where have I heard that before? Powered by Double Trouble, the org dedicated in 2v2 tournaments. So yeah, if you're short a team, just want to have a little more of a chill tournament experience, Duel Link's a really good experience. I played it personally. It's just fun to play something a little more low key, something a little less grand scale. It's just kind of a fun little let's play Splatoon together type deal.
And I like the ideas of doing things that's not 4v4 as well. Like the 2v2 concept, I've never played in a 2v2 tournament, but I've done 2v2 scrims before. It's a completely different game. And obviously it's going to be now with the different specials going out there. But like just the strategy, like getting splatted is massively bad. And getting a kill is fantastic.
It's the best
if
thing
you're able
ever.
to do that as well.
For sure.
I would be interested. I feel like people have tried 1v1 tournaments before as well.
Yeah, it's definitely been tried.
You got to change the rules for that a little bit.
I would say that just doesn't work, but
I
we'll
think
see. I respect it.
I think you can play it normally with tower control. Rainmaker's weird. Like Clan Blitz is obviously really weird to do 1v1, but I think tower control you can just play it normal. I know some have tried just do deathmatch.
Right.
But then you can get lead and just hide in spots and
Right.
stuff like that. So
I don't think
it's
that's a
kind of
good way to
weird,
do
but
Duel Link.
1v1 has potential there.
Duel Link's pretty fun. I think they figured it out.
Yeah, well, yeah, they've done over 100 of
There's
these,
over
I feel
100
like.
of them, yeah.
So Duel Link has been going on for a long time, and
Especially for
pretty consistent.
these newer people coming into the community with Splat 3. Maybe you just don't have teammates. That's okay.
It's a good.
We're all getting
Duel Link
in.
is a good starter tournament
Right.
for sure.
It's a good safe.
If you're just looking to get
if
into
you're just trying to get into tournaments. It can be a little daunting to get into tournaments. It's very complicated and stuff. Duel Link's pretty straightforward. So.
And welcome back to the Popgun JPEG podcast going on here. Yes, we are in the middle of a set.
Yes.
Marine Melody is currently up 1-0 over NoName brand. Technical issues have been plaguing things, as they typically do early on in lands. Just a little piece of trading out one piece of cable for another or whatever to get the right combination of everything that's working. I hope everything's been going fine at the other stations as well. We spent a lot of time setting up these things last night.
Yes.
A lot of time setting them up.
I'm hoping everything's going on. I'm seeing a meeting going on behind me, like a meeting of the minds of some pretty important TOs here in Riptide and for
Let me
Splatoon.
just say, I'm happy I'm not one of the important TOs.
It's a good time to be in the commentators with Popgun.
But hey, shout outs to obviously our TOs. You'll see them a lot over the course of the
You'll see them
weekend.
walking around posing like this. And yeah, when you activate the stage cam, they're always walking back and forth, going like. That's what they do. That's what we do in low ink. You just don't see it.
I was talking to Riza, who one of the head TOs for Shine. I had her on my stream recently, and I was like, how was the event for you? Because I've never seen any TO at a LAN happy. It's like, it's just always constant like, oh, and understandably so. It's frustrating when things are just not working. You got to find the right like whatever to get things going, and it's there's only so much you can do, and things work and then they just stop working magically for whatever reason. But obviously we got a great group of people here that it's trying to figure everything out and get everything set up, and you guys, the audience, are stuck with us until then. So sucks to suck, I guess.
There is no display on that screen. Wow, that is. It's about as broken as it gets.
This is fair enough. Man, are you you're not playing at all, are you?
No.
Not even tomorrow.
No, LTC was my last playing lane. I would have volunteered in it, but I was like, this is it. Inkling Performance Lab running next to Riptide. Let's just kind of send it off. Have some good land fun.
Are you going to Big House?
Nope.
Okay.
No, in fact, I'm actually skipping a lot of college being here already, so no more lands for me.
That's fair. I mean, I always feel like even at Low Tide City, we had some high school kids that were there, and I was like,
wow,
there's no way I could have got out when I was a kid. Now, the esport game scene as a whole has obviously way changed since the mid 2000s when I was in high school, but. Yeah, and you do. I think we still got some high school representation here, which is awesome. But it's also like,
Vapor's waving.
How do you get away with
Vapor's the high school representation?
What are you telling your teacher that you're playing a video game?
Well, if you're me, you don't. But
well, I mean, yeah, with college,
they don't care. If I walked up and like, hey, I'm going to a video game tournament, they're gonna be like,
well, yeah, unless you got an exam that day or something.
I don't.
Which you obviously don't.
Lucky me.
Or whatever.
Because if I did, that would be really awkward.
But yeah, it's and it's there's obviously a lot of people at this event. People are kind of wondering, with Splatoon 3 coming out today, was that going to hinder some people showing up? And I think there were some stronger teams that didn't show up that did play at PAX that were originally signed up here, or they're like waiting for a Big House. Because I know there's some monsters that are going to be playing at Big House.
Big House is going to be the one.
But there's still a lot of people here. There's a lot of people in this venue right now, and more to come later, obviously, over the course of the weekend. But it's cool. Like, these little LANs here are just kind of like community get-togethers. I've called them family reunions, especially with the teenagers. You're like watching them grow up right in front of you. It's like, you're a lot bigger than the last time I saw you. You know, it's like, hey, how's life going? But yeah, it's just fun to catch up with people, and always the new people that get to show up and go to these things.
Yeah, seeing people be at a LAN for the first time is always so fun. Like, they're just, it's always better than what's described. And, you know, unlike Smash, and, you know, a lot of Smash players are here to see their friends, but unlike Smash where they're here to, like, compete and try to place as best as possible, at least as far as I know, a lot of Splatoon players are here just to see each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's just the point we're at in our scene right now. It's just more of a tight-knit community. And, you know, unlike Smash, you're not knocked out in 2 rounds.
Right. We get to play plenty of games.
Like, there's been people who are eliminated from their Smash pool before I even woke up this morning. You know, and it's like, well, no, I get to play Friday and Sunday. Even if I don't win my pool, there's still something for me to do.
There's plenty to watch.
And that's just because there's less teams. Like a Smash team is just one person here.
One guy, and there's like 600 of them, and you got to make a 2-day tournament for 600 people. You got to start getting rid of them.
And also a lot of last-minute adjustments. I saw there's a couple of people who couldn't make it here today who found out right before they were going to get on their plane that they tested positive for COVID, which sucks. Because, you know, a lot of people, like you said, their first LAN experience, it's kind of magical to some extent. So to have people have hopefully just their first LAN experience delayed, not like this was their only chance, so they'll get another opportunity in the future. But it sucks that those kinds of things happen. But with Splatoon, if you don't show up, it's like, we'll just scratch you from your pool. No, now we need a sub. And it's not like I can just here +1 for a tournament. No, it's like,
well, I've seen people do it.
It's like, hey, who is here that has their Switch?
I've had to do that. I got the competitor pass. I could have just saved money and spectator pass, but I know this can be a sub needed today or tomorrow. I'm ready.
There was some
I am
needed
ready for them
today for sure, 100%.
You could have me on your team for the 2 people here actually watching the stream.
Could.
You could. Would you want
it,
though? We'll see.
We'll see. Depends on what game for me, honestly.
Yeah, Splatoon 3 not quite as experienced as that one.
What? Do you remember your first LAN?
Smash and Splash 5.
What year was that?
That was 2019.
Okay. That was the last Smash and Splash?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is my first one was Genesis.
Right.
You sent it. Clam Blitz at Scorched Gorge. Yes, we were in the middle of a set. Marine Melody is up 1-0, and Nick's
subbing in.
Okay, so it was a Switch issue?
Oh, no, Nick's not subbing in.
Oh, they're using Nick's Switch. That makes sense.
Okay, I was about to say, they really just had the TO
So it was that person's Switch that was just having the issue there. That
I
makes
have
sense.
no idea, Popgun.
So that's not Nick. That is just a Nick impersonation.
That's an imposter.
Okay, so NoName brand. Scorched Gorge here, and that tower is still in mid. So the heavy Splatlings, whichever Splatling can get situated up top there is going to be the one that kind of rules the whole map.
Popgun, this is our first time seeing Flemblitz Scorched Gorge. What's going on here? Where is that goal? How far into the enemy base is it?
We literally don't know where the goal is.
Wow, you got to go so far for that, don't you?
Wait, it's up on that top right corner?
Oh, wait, you don't have to go through the bridge, though. You can just go right. Okay, no, that's not so bad, actually.
Well, can you go up there? Oh,
yeah, you can just go up there. That's not bad. I thought you had to go across the bridge.
Still,
I was about to say.
That is tucked away. That is really tucked away in an interesting spot right there. Marine Melody able to pop the basket first, but they get wiped out. However, they all got juice. Or, no, I don't think any of them actually was able to jug with you, so they don't get the opportunity to spawn back in just as quickly. NoName brand able to get control of mid.
Yeah, good starting lead, especially around that first minute of the game. Marine Melody, what they want to do is just keep up that pressure, keep up mid control. And mid control here is a little weird. You got that giant tower in the middle. It's really right now the matchup, at least in my eyes, is whatever heavy's in the middle tower, basically automatically has map control,
but
and that's what you want in this game.
Neither Heavy seems interested in trying to take control of it. And in fact, nobody's really. I mean, the key feature of that is controlling that middle area and just using the range that you got. But it looks like the Splatlings from both sides have been opting to stay along these little. Basically their own goals to play defense here. So we see Vacuum getting busted out from the 96 gal to kind of force the way for Marine Melody to push up in there, and they don't able to pull that off just yet. The basket does get popped as the roller flings around from behind, and we see more Spider Squid action going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's all about. We're hearing that jingle. Go ahead and submit your, what do we call the jingle for the competitive scene for the next 7 years? Go ahead and submit it in the comments below.
Yeah, lovely.
Another good push by Marine Melody.
I hate it already. Yeah, Marine Melody able to get pushed, but somebody's got to get control in mid. Showtime looks like they're going to take a stab at it.
Nope, not quite. Showtime's just going to walk in. Okay.
Yeah, but
sure.
there's a Splatling right there.
Yeah, that's what backlines do best.
And now 2 more players. Marine Melody able to push up yet again. Working around this right side.
Wow.
Able to take care of one player, one more going down. But yeah, again, Marine Melody has yet to lose control of that tower. They might be standing on top of it, but they're not losing ink control of it.
Can you suck up the missiles? Why would
I bet you could. I bet you could. I don't know for
I think
sure.
I saw it. Oh, that's kind of funny, actually.
Vacuum's the new counter to missiles.
I guess. It could be.
Could be. Marine Melody, again, complete control of mid, and that's what's allowing them to continue to get pushes off. They might not be getting substantial points off the board, but right now, NoName Brain can't even rust out of mid, even when they have man advantage like they do right now.
Yeah, as long as they're just constantly scoring, even though they're not big, they're bleeding the clock. I mean, there's only a minute and a half remaining in this game already. And halfway through the points, they're not even trying to score. I think they figured out their strategy.
Aloe getting taken care of by Ice, who starts putting down Peyton mid, and now they got man advantage and some juice to work with as well. And these players are stuck. They're on the offensive side of the map, right? That's NoName Brand's map where they're at. So that forces NoName to come back. They were about to score. Instead, they got to come back and clean up those last 2 guys, which allows Marine Melody to spawn back in. So even when NoName has map control, Marine Melody's still controlling the entire map.
Marine Melody finally gets some map control on the board here. 2 down on the side of NoName. No, I'm getting them mixed up. Oops. But it's just a battle for mid right now. NoName Brand trying to get that mid control they so desperately need to get the push going that they so desperately need. It's a multi-step process trying to get a push going in Clan
Finally,
Blitz.
finally, the Splatling goes to mid, and look what happens. Instantly gets control mid, and they get a double, and they might just find a way to get lead right here. That one player left alive. They throw in 2 power clams. They don't have enough to get lead, but they do have the man advantage right now. Somebody needs to go get some more clams. I don't think they know. Oh, the one's just spawned right next to the basket, but they're popping missiles instead. They had the clams they needed. They just couldn't find the way to get them in there.
Yeah, but with 10 seconds left, the score is so much closer, and we can hopefully see they can generate.
Do they get overtime?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a claim. I don't think they have a claim.
I don't think they're going to get overtime.
No, they're not. They got
one. They built one.
Okay, 20 more seconds on the clock. If you're not familiar with claim blitz, you get 20 seconds of overtime, and
you
they
see
got
it at the
scored
top.
now.
You see it at the top, draining
it's going down.
Oh, they need to go. They don't even waste time. Reef Slider going right in, and the vacuum being popped at an awkward spot.
Ooh.
Oh, but they shut down the push. The timer's going to run out. They're not going to score in time. And I think that's it. Marine Melody hangs on, and they win the set 2-0 over NoName Brand. And the crowd clapping. I think in appreciation that the set was good, but more so, congratulations, you ended the set.
Congratulations. I need a T-shirt. I survived round 3 of
But again,
Riptide.
That map, I think it comes down to controlling mid, and I think if NoName Brand started attempting to put that Splatling on that mid a little bit quicker, not just do they get lead, they dictate the entire tempo of the map, which Marine Melody was able to do. It's just a little too late. But you could see them figuring out things as it was going on, especially when they popped the basket. They were looking for the clams. They needed to get lead. They had everything set up. They just didn't have the clams. They didn't know where the heck they were spawning until time was just too late. So you could see the gears turning, and that's just the story of the entire day.
And if you're new to Splatoon, there are 3 weapon quote-unquote classes that the community have dubbed. That there are backliners, there are frontliners, and supports. And a heavy splatling would be a backliner, where there's not a lot of mobility, but there's a lot of range and splatting power. So what they typically do is just kind of stand in one spot and kind of just have absolute total control of the map. And the way to beat them is just outmaneuvering them.
And I'll tell you this right now. We've seen more anchors on stream today than you will see all
Splatoon all year.
Tomorrow. Splatoon
Yes.
2 tomorrow. Unless you consider VJet, you're going to see a lot of VJet.
Right, VJet
tomorrow,
technically is.
You saw a lot more Splatlings. You saw a lot more Chargers. It's good to see those things back into the fold. So that's great to see. With that being said, I think we're going to I think that's it for us, right?
Is it? I would like confirmation.
We're
getting the 1 second.
The 1 second thing to go. So we are going to switch some commentators out, and we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to be bringing you guys Fusion and Cater, who have been waiting very patiently to come on and stream the next set of stuff. So stick around. We'll take a little bit of an ad break. And you'll see more of me and JPEG earlier or later on in Splatoon 2.
If the crowd cam's on, you'll see me doing my little light trot around the venue all the time.
Let's go get something to eat. Let's get out of here.
I got it. I'm hungry.
We'll take a break, and we'll be right back for more Splatoon 3 action here at Riptide.